Fall Obsessed Outdoors is driven by Elite Archery, the world's most shootable bow.
Alright, here's the deal. We're gonna go kill an antelope. We're using decoys today. I don't know if you can see it. It's right there. Sam's gonna shoot a big one. We'll be back when we have a dead one on the ground.
Soles of my shoes are worn, the knees of my jeans are torn. Sweat coming through my shirt, keep pushing even though it hurts. I'm chasing what I know is true, there's nothing that I would not do. When everyone around me drops, I'm never gonna ever stop. I won't waste another minute, no I won't. I'm a man on a mission. I'm a man on a mission. I don't need no permission. I'm a man on a mission. Take it up now, take it up. I ain't waiting and wishing. Take it up now, take it up. Oh, I got that ambition. Take it up now, take it up. I'm a man on a mission.
It's day 3. Just starting to get light here. We're on top of a hill, just kind of glassing the area. We got this fan decoy here. We're gonna try to use to get the sneak on a little bit better. We just spotted some on the far hilltop over here that might start heading that direction here in a minute. So hopefully we get one.
Day number 3. It was a lot different than the first 2 days. The first 2 days, the weather was overcast, it was cold. First day it was raining on us, the second day it was snowing on us. And the third day honestly brought a lot of relief for us as hunters. It was warmer, it had a high of 60 degrees, all the snow, all the wet, everything started drying out, and right out of the gate, first thing on the third morning, the antelope were moving. We were going with a little bit different technique on the third day. Drew had a fan decoy that we were trying to utilize because the biggest problem we were finding in the groups, we were finding shooter bucks, but the biggest problem we were having with the spot and stock was just trying to get close enough to them. And hopefully the fan decoy was going to fix that for us. I was amazed at how quickly everything dried up out there. Like by lunchtime on the third day, everything was dry, and again, we had a high of 60 degrees, and Drew was telling me that the afternoon would probably be the time to start sitting on a water hole maybe. I go back out there the afternoon of the 3rd, again, flying solo. I get out there about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and I had the intention on sitting in a ground blind on a water hole kind of down in this little bottom. But I was out there early enough that I decided that I wanted to kind of make a pass through one of the areas that we'd seen a lot of antelope in previously, just to see if I might be able to creep up on something and maybe get a shot.
So it's day 3, afternoon. Our plan was to come in here and sit on this ground blind because it's sunny and warmer today. So we're thinking they're going to come into water. We decided to make a quick pass around the property, kind of some of the areas we've seen them before prior to getting in the blind. We got out here around 2 o'clock. We had an encounter with a good buck. He was by himself. We spotted him at 2:30. He spotted us. He came in all the way to 78 yards. I was at full draw, ready to take the shot, and I didn't. My bottom pin goes to 60. I'm comfortable stacking 70. I've never, not with this bow and not with this side, I have not stacked 80. And that's my own fault and my own mistake for not doing that prior to. But I didn't take the shot. He started moving away, but he never really broke out into a full-out sprint, so we chased him. We chased him for about a mile. And we did not get another opportunity. So now we're trying to work our way back into the ground blind, and there's a bunch of antelope on the hill opposite the ground blind that are keeping us from going down there. So I guess we're just gonna have to sit here and wait and see if we get a chance to sneak on down in there.
I start descending down to the bottom where the water hole's at, and wouldn't you know it, there's 7 does sitting down there on that water hole. No bucks, but they're keeping me from getting into the blind. So I sat there for probably 20 minutes, and they finally made their way out of there, and I was able to get down and get in my blind.
So we made it to our ground blind. The antelope moved up the hill and back that way. Got about 3 hours. And then we're done. So hopefully someone gets thirsty within those 3 hours and comes in here.
This segment of Fall Obsessed Outdoors is brought to you by Slick Trick Broadheads. So I'm hot, I'm tired, I'm sitting in this ground blind, kind of letting the breeze blow through, cool me off a little bit, but really, I'll be honest with you, I was pretty discouraged at this point because I'd had several encounters at this point, none of which had resulted in anything successful, and I was ready to kill an antelope. I was ready to seal the deal and get this done, and nothing was working out, nothing was coming together. I've been sitting there for about 20 minutes. And off to my right hand side I can see the north property line. It runs right through the bottom. It's about 150 yards away, and on the other side of the fence it goes straight up into a hill. I look over there, and this buck had just topped that hill and was descending down toward the bottom. I got my binoculars up. He was an absolute brute, and he was coming right toward me.
We just had a huge buck come over the hill. He's definitely a shooter for sure. Just hope that he comes in.
He starts coming down that hill. He stops at a little cedar brush, kind of rubs his antlers on a little bit, and then he's running into that water hole as fast as he can. I'm reaching for my bow because just like that, I'm beginning to think that this is about to happen. He comes in and he takes a left, and he's walking right along the top edge of the water hole in this little green patch. And I remembered ranging that spot where he was walking at 40 yards approximately. And I wasn't even going to bother trying to get another range on him because this was my shot. This was the opportunity that I've been waiting for this entire trip, and this is when it needed to be done. This was another one of those moments that for me as a self-filmer and as a show host was not very proud of. I knew that this antelope, if I got a shot, it was going to be to the right hand side of my blind, and I set my camera up, hit record on the right side of my blind, but hindsight's 20/20, and I should have turned it a little bit farther to the right. I thought I was good, but again, I was focused on making a shot and should have paid a little bit more attention to my exact camera angle. So in the footage, you're going to be able to see him coming down the hill, but as soon as he makes the turn, right before I take the shot, he walks out of the camera frame.
Yes, yes. Oh my gosh. He's down at the bottom, he's hit. I just shot a freaking giant. Oh my gosh. Thank you, Lord. Guys, oh my gosh, I'm shaking like a leaf. I have never been this pumped. What a roller coaster of events. It has been the most difficult time hunting out here. This is the most challenging hunt I've ever had in my life. And yesterday, the missed opportunity on a big buck. Just a couple hours ago, a missed opportunity on a big buck. Thought we blew him out of here when those does started coming up the hill. And the whole time, man, I'm just praying that God would give me another shot. And he brings that freaking stud in right here at 40 yards. 42 yards. I just shot my first antelope in my life. And I did it with a bow in Montana, baby. Oh my gosh. Dude, he's a freaking stud. That's one of the biggest ones I've seen. He honestly looks similar to that one we saw on the road the other day with the, he looked like he had a broken cutter. But I couldn't tell for sure. I just took a shot. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Guys, I did not have to go far. I can see his head in that bottom. He is down. He is freaking down, man. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited right now. So we ran up and got some cell service, called Drew, sent my wife a text. We can see him laying right there. I kind of went up on this hill over here, kind of looked down on him. Got to see him. Shot placement was great. He's done. I want to walk down there so bad and look at him, but I didn't get it on film, and the least that I can do for you guys is give you guys a good recovery on video. So he might be, believe it or not, the same one we saw from the road yesterday, the one with the real funky cutter. He's wide like him, and I thought I saw a little something, but he was running in. I wasn't gonna think too long and hard about it. I knew he was a shooter. So we're gonna sit tight. We're gonna wait for Drew, and when he gets here, we're gonna go get that antelope. He's a stud, guys. He's awesome.
This segment of Full Obsessed Outdoors is brought to you by Cinnamon Creek Ranch, the ultimate in archery.
Alright, we're on our way to go pick up Sam. He's out at the ranch. Said he shot an absolute giant. So we're gonna go check it out. It's pretty exciting. It's only day 3, so he got on that quick. I've had a couple of close encounters, and overall pretty good time, I hope. So, you killed one?
He's down, man.
Awesome.
You can almost see him. That little cedar tree that's right in the bottom right there, right before the fence.
Yeah.
He's on this side of it. He was steady pace coming toward me. I'm like, oh, this is a shooter. He comes around that cedar tree and he comes running toward me. Like he ducks on the fence and he's running. I'm ranged him like he's at 150, he's at 130, he's at 90, he's at 70, he's at 53, he's in range. And when I shot, it was like 1,000 things ran through my head. It was like slow motion. Then I heard it smack him back down. He's just tumbling, and I'm like, I freaking got him.
That's awesome. That's got to be the same one we saw. Look at those pilot polished down to that ivory, right on the tips. That is a stud.
thing is awesome.
This was an absolutely amazing trip for me. It was definitely the most memorable hunting experience I've had to date. And I can't thank my friend Drew enough for the invite to come up there, his family's hospitality, for letting me stay in their lodge, hunt on their land, kill one of their stud antelope. Truly an amazing experience, and not one that I will soon forget. It was the most challenging hunt, as I've said before, of my entire life. But in the end, it was well worth it, and definitely the most rewarding hunt that I've ever been on.
Now we're gonna drag it up the hill. Now the work starts.
Now what are we gonna do? Huh? We're gonna have to hunt birds now all fall, huh? Big game season's over.
This episode of Fall Obsessed Outdoors has been brought to you by Elite Archery, Vapple Products, Cinnamon Creek Ranch, CBE Sights, Slick Trick Broadheads, Scott Archery, Catch a Dream Foundation, and by Dual Game Calls.